All right, we got a nice little F-150 here. We're going to take a look at a couple things. Definitely the high pressure, focus, there we go. High pressure power steering, we got a pretty good leak. But the steel line, as we come over here, hopefully I can get it maybe in the photo. Yeah, it's not going to focus. Right there, and I know it's blurry, I'll take my word for it. Where it hooks to the body, it's actually got a drip in there. So we're going to need both of those, and I'm going to have to find this high pressure power steering line as well as this metal cooler. There was a clunk going on, and we can kind of see it from here, but let's bear with me here as we come around to it. This is pretty common on most vehicles, but trucks in general. There's a bushing here. There should be a bushing there, and when this starts just beating together, every little bump you hear, it just makes all kinds of racket. And I'll show you the other side. The bushing on the other side's still there, but it's busted and it's getting ready to leave the chat as well. So just a couple sway bar end links, which are pretty reasonable, nothing bad. You can kind of see what I'm talking about if I can get my big meat hand up in there. Right there. That shouldn't have a crack or a split in it. So both sides, we need to service those as well. Don't necessarily have to do it right now, but you can see the condition of that strut and coil spring. It's not uncommon after they get some age and some corrosion on them that it'll split a spring, but I just wanted to kind of notate that at this point in time, that the front quick struts probably need to be serviced sooner than later. Somebody's already done ball joints on the lower and they're all tight, no big deal there. Come back to the rear, nothing terribly bad, but we do have the beginnings or kind of a seep or a leak on this pinion seal. So sooner than later, it's going to need a pinion seal as well. We are going to investigate the evaporative system and the check engine light. We'll do another video on that. While we had it up, we wanted to just kind of notate, brakes are good all the way around it. Somebody's rebuilt the fronts. And I know you can just kind of take my word for this. It has a positive or limited slip axle in it. And it doesn't take a terrible amount of effort to rotate that wheel. This one here, for me to move it, I really got to give it the beans. So nothing if you're driving local is this going to be an issue. But at some point, due to some of just the age and the corrosion on it, it's going to more than likely need what was done to the front, which looks like probably rotors, pads, calipers, and hoses. The only difference on the rear here is there is an inboard parking brake here, and there is potential that that may be what's kind of dragging or binding things up. Not really a big thing, but just something I wanted to make sure everybody was aware of. That you need to take a look at that. We're going to do a little bit of check engine light and smoke testing on the evap system to figure out where that leak is, and then we'll give you an update from there. But this is kind of what we find out on this Ford pickup.